Can we see these pictures? Mother and father, the breasts, the child, 1551. What is 151? I'm going to show you for a second. I'm going to see if I can get this all together. Here's a cube. When you put a string through a cube, you put it through the center over here, and it comes out on the other side. But it breaks open, but you're using both sides. Each side is valued at 9. Although you're using 1 and 6, the value of a side is 9. The face is 9. It doesn't matter what you use, the face is still 9. Do what you want. So you automatically lose this side and you lose this side. If this was Rubik's Cube, there are 26 cubes on Rubik's Cube. You lose 1 and 1. You lose 2 of 26. The 24th letter is X. The 26th letter is Z. XZ. 2426. Transmission of X, or how about just saying text, TEX, 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 Texit, or exit within. The exit, the entrance, and the exit. So now that we have 26, okay, the total of that is 50 of what we use and what we don't use. Now this design, okay, will also turn into, I'm going to see if I have another one of the designs. And that design, can you see the fish over here? The 2 fish hanging, 1 fish hanging here, and 1 fish hanging here. Between the mother and the father is the child, between 2 fish. 2 sides, the breasts are over here. Do you see this? This, if you take a look at a beef that sells steak and beef, this would be that cow, okay, that's in between, creating the chest. At the same time, this area is open. This area is open. This is the G point. This is the passage of that G point right here from one side, right here from the other side. Now what happens here, I'm not sure. I think it folds over like this, and then it goes forward this way. Something to do with the mind, the connecting of something inside of us. Okay, fish, mug, and David. At the same time, take a look over here. Okay, it's the beehive. Okay, do you see the beehive? The star, it's a mug and David, a 6-point star. We're going to go on to something next. I'm going to try and move my board over so I can see better at my screen. Next, what we're going to go on here is this is the Fibonacci. The Fibonacci gives you 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 and 2 is 5. It does not show you a 4. Therefore, when you shows the 4, you need to have one center, the 4 that's around, because Fibonacci does not show you the 4. It shows you the 5 and it skips right over the 4, showing you 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. 3 worlds and the mirrored world. Tick, 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 the mirrored world. 3 and 2. So the way to get the 5 is 3 and 2. 15, 51, 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 5 and 6. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 is 5 and 6. So when you go in pi 3.1415, the reality is, okay, this is your 1, 4. And this is the 1, 5. This one over here is a little bit different. Here we have 4 squares. The 4 squares to the 1 square. This is now expanded. The difference between this and this one is 1 whole square. This one is 4 halves. 2, 4, 6, 8. When it's on this angle, it creates 8. When on this angle, you only have 4 corners. Here you have 8 corners because you cut the box in half. This one over here is 1, 2, 3, 4. By 4, no good. We need to go 3 and 2 is 5, and then we need to go 8. 8 would be the chessboard. Then we go 13, the Monopoly board. Then we represent the cube. Then we represent DC, how DC passes through the cube. First, we should understand DC. This design over here is the L. This hookup on the outside shows the 7. When you create it together, it only becomes 1. 7 on this angle, the 45 angle or the 135 angle. 45 angle connected with this line connects your 7. There was something else I wanted to mention. Again, if we want to understand 3 and 2, 3, 3, 3 and 3, 2, 2, 2 and 2. The passage, the connection here, and then the passage, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but the one over here is a 101. It's an open passage. 3 and 1, 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 and 3 and 1. I cannot describe to you the entire design. I only can tell you the way it goes together. See the peel that's inside of here? 135 is the peel. Why is it 135? Because from this corner 1 into the middle of 5, from this over here, 5 below it is 2, 1 below it is 4, 3 is in between. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5. That is this cube over here. That's the value of this cube over here. Another thing I wanted to mention is the Ra, they say, is the word for God. Okay? But Mo is the word in French. El is the word for God. Elmo is the word for God. The word is God. Elmo. Who is Elmo? Ha. Hash. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. One of the realities with ashes to ashes and dust to dust is, let me look for where it is over here. I seem to never be exactly ready for it. Give me one more second. Wow, I'm going through so many. Ah, yes, here it is. The reason for ashes to ashes, dust to dust. 9T4, 9D4. When you have 9D4, D is the letter 4, creates 944 Porsche. Porsche. P and O. P and O is the light on order. The order is in the oven. The P and O, O is 15, P is 16, is 31. It is the AC. It is the hookup to the AC with the DC. 9D4, 9T4. 9T creates 924, creates 9264, the east-west light of birth. 9D4 is 9044. 9644 is the rotation and space for one spirit of 7 and 7, of the light and of the light. 1 and 6 is 7, 5 and 2 is 7. Why do we do 1, 6, 5, 2? We do 1 and 6 because 1 and 6 and 5 and 2. We can't get 3 and 4 until we have 2 and 5 for 3 and 4 to go between. This is the center world. We ignite this world here, 5 and 2, with 1 and 6. 1 and 6 is the light. It is the only 7. 5 and 2 is the only, you see, two twos will create the 4. This is the center world over here. This is the heart. This is the middle. This will expand to here. 2 will go on the outside of 5. 1 will go on the inside of 5, creating 3. 1, 5, 3, equaling to the ace cat. You follow me? 2 times 2 and 2 times 3 is 6 and 4. 4 and 1 is 5, 3 and 2 is 5. So they all work with each other. After that, 1, 2, 3 becomes 7, 8, 9. And after 7, 8, 9, it becomes 1, 2, 3 again. Did you follow? Now, the thing we have to understand is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 numbers here. 9 to reconnect. And then 10 to go back to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then back to the center, 10. So that's how we get 10 if you want to count. We skip. We start from here, this one over here. Okay? Sorry, this one over here. Okay? No. Hello. We start from this one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we go back here to 11 to connect. That's how we get the 11. And it creates the G letter. Creates the G letter. Because after you get to 11, 1 and 1 is 2 again. Do you follow what I'm saying? You count this one twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have to count the same 2 again when you end because nothing is anything. If your finger is sitting on here, it didn't do anything until it moves here. But once your finger is here, it's in one position. The minute you move here, you move to a second position. But in reality, you only moved 1. You have to end up over here at the end. So I go from here. I'll start at this one. I'll go out this way. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have to come back to the same 2. 1, 5 ends with 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the way it goes. So then T and D are an expression. Did you say T? Did you say the letter? Did you say the letter? Okay. Did you say colored or colored? You don't say the colored. You say colored. I was just watching a movie and it said the colored people. But when it finished colored people, it finished in R-E-D, colored. This is the D. It's misrepresentation. T and D equals to 24, representation of the cat. Representation of the 9 lives of the cat within the mind. Within the mind. Why? Because we receive of the spirit worlds. There's one thing that I was looking at over here. In 1, 5, and 9, okay, I can't explain to you the whole thing, but the moon is the passage. Something goes through the moon to this earth, or out of this thing into the earth. I know, I saw it. I all of a sudden from nowhere, you know the way I am, I only tell you the truth, but from nowhere, I'm sitting and I was thinking of how does it work? How does it work? And right away, boom, the dice cube. It goes in this side. It goes in this side. You see it? It goes in and it comes out this side. It comes in this side and it goes out this side. This is the moon. This is the ring. 3476. That's the number that goes through the moon. 3476. I know. It's its diameter. So we have to carve out a space inside the moon or whatever the moon is. Or is the moon complete, the giant eye of what it is? The moon is the passage for the cube. So whatever's going on, it has to go through this. I know. I was at the art store and I saw beads. And I started looking at the beads and I started seeing, just like I said, Rubik's Cube needs, even if you see one cube, this is not one cube. Okay? I'm going to take apart. I love my cube. I love my cube. Let me take a picture of it. Let me take a picture of my cube. See the 4 cards? I'm going to pull out my 4 cards and take apart my Rubik's Cube. As much as I love my Rubik's Cube. My Rubik's Cube. 2 colors. When I turn the inside of this Rubik's Cube, look at the shape I get. Look what I get. 4 corners, 8 corners, 12 corners. I got 8 corners here, the top and the bottom. I can't count anything in the center. The corner counts for 2 colors. I have 4 colors by 3. I have 4 corners by 3 is 12. Then I have 4 on the inside by 2. It's 8. 12 and 8 is 20. I do that 6 times is 120 equals 126. Give me the time of day. The cube and the light. I pass through this hole over here. If I go through red, I come out orange. A representation of yellow. A representation of yellow, but I have it covered up. The center yellow. So if it goes in here and it comes out here, there's a total of 24 cubes left. The dog is 26. The cat is 24. 226 is the answer, or 224 is the answer. 4 moons, 4 times 56. 2 times 56 is 112. 4 times 56 is a total of 8 moons. The reality in this is 8 moons. 8 moons times 28, 64, and 160 is 224. Why 224? Because we took out 2 cubes from 26, leaving 24 left over. 2 is the remainder. The words I will use for 2 being the remainder, 2 and 24 equals to 26. 224, 8 moons times 28 days, 224 days total. 1.5 times that is 336. Creation. 6 is the number of 33. It's what you created. Inside each one of these faces is one of these. This value, this value is this value. This whole thing here is a value on one of these. 9 times 9 is 81. 81, take away 9 in the center. 81 is Venus, take away 9 is 72. 72 rotated around 9. So it's 63 and 9. 63 is creation of the 9 birth. 963. You can use 7 as the light. 7 is the light. You only can have it on two sides. 7 and 7 is 14. All the other sides are 5. 2014. Plus the 2 that we don't use. Now we use this as 81. 9 times 6. 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times 6 sides is 729. 729. 729 divided by 9 equals 729 divided by 9 equals 81 Venus. 81 is 8 cubes around 1. 8 and 1 is 9. 7 and 2 is 9. 8 and 1 is A and H. The A in piano begins on the 8th movement. It's A again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A. B, C, D, E, F, G, 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 B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And every time I go around, I back up 1, and I back up 1, and I back up 1. And we're always backing up 1. The rotation on the piano on this backs up 1, and this is the clock. As we go clockwise, we're going counterclockwise. If I go A here, I will finish here. Watch. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A on this one. And I'll keep going back. So how many do I have to go back before I've started back, before I come back to here? According to this, it would be 7 times, right? 8 times. 8 by 7 is 56. The piano ends about that time also. So now we have to take away 2 ends where the ring goes in and out the other end. After that, we work on the rotation of this. If we do that, I get 9 here and I get 9 here. The thing is, the cube sits like this. I lose a whole 81 on this side. So I got 4 times 81 this way. 4 times 81, 324. $18 times 18, 324. 19 times 19 is 361, and it adds for rotation plus 1. 324 is jail between 1 and 5. So I get 4 sides, 324, and 2 sides, 162. 162 is the light of the cube. They gave us all the answers. We have all the answers. It comes through the moon, whatever it is. The 555 for the Mayan, May 5th for the Mayan, it's a passage from one end to the other end. It goes out the other end like a string, but somehow the ball of the earth that spins and we're on it, I think we pick up. This is a continuous movement. We live on the earth, and this goes right through the earth, this cube energy goes right through the earth. 555 over here, through the center of this, and out the other end. It went all the way through 9. And like I said, I think we're going to leave it at that. H2O. H2O, the TW together is 20 plus 23. T and W. I don't know why it's not coming out good. T and W. Do you see the separation with the H? The separation with the H above and below? Well, the 2 spaces that create the C, that's where you can actually put your O, or you put the O on this side of the H and the O on this side of the H, or the cube. I should actually design that before I actually speak. The barbells. What's the barbells? H connecting both O's. TWO is 43. That's the AC power, something to do with electronics. And the 15 is the egg. 56, Aleph, the Aleph egg. 56 is the 360 degrees of 6 and 6. What is 6 and 6? It is the light. It is the four corners and then the passage. 4 and 6 comes out over here in the center. Four corners and then the center. That's your sixes. 3 here, 1 in the center, 3 here. Then your center of I. We're going to start building now. So these are your weights. So that's how you have one of the realities for H2O. TW equals 43. O equals 15 equals to a total of 58. If it was minus 15, it would equal to a total of 28. 28 would be the moon. 58, 5 and 8 is 13. That is the AC energy again. AC to DC. They recreate each other. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Hoping that it was all right. If you see something that you want to ask or tell me, I'm trying to learn. Don't forget about your kids. Kids are goats. And no joking around. Thank you very much.